Alright, what's happened? OTC Revision video. Recording myself again to just document my study journey on the OTC markets. So I have one or two videos prior to this, so this is just about me keeping myself up to speed with the stocks that were in question the last day, seeing how they're faring and seeing what's new. And I have a few written down here that I want to look at and review. I have GGII, GVSI, QNTA, BPSR, EXLA, WTII, then there's a handful of sub-penny, ELRA, that's an interesting one, SEEK, MSPC, AEXE, it's also interesting enough, TONR, yeah, what's the longer term, yeah, that's interesting, and RHEC. So that's huge gap up and then a huge gap down. So GGII, and then I want to talk about Dogecoin for a bit as well. I'm actually going to start with Dogecoin. So I set myself up on Binance and realized that Dogecoin was going to run. It was approaching 50 cents and there was hype building about the Elon Musk appearance on the Saturday Night Live. So I tried to get myself set up when it was, let's just have a look here, around here was when I started to get interested, and I had trouble with my bank. Had I not had that trouble, I would have been in around here, 49 or 50, as I was very convinced that it was going to break 50 and head towards $1, just because of the hype that was in social media about it. So I had a very frustrating morning on this morning. So it was the 4th of May, so I think that was Wednesday or something. It was Tuesday, and every hour I was struggling to get the funds in for the position. It was going up a penny, so I was highly frustrated, and it went to 60, and I was really annoyed. But I managed, when I got myself sorted out, it was around 53, and I just got in immediately. I said screw it. I could have waited for maybe a comeback and test of the 50, or sorry, what was it, 40 something, but I just wanted to be in, as I still felt it was not the worst position at 53 cents. So it went up to 69, almost touched 70, came back down, and what I was debating in my mind, should I hold it, should I just take profits now? I only took a $200 euro position, so it doesn't make a difference. The main point is I was happy about being able to identify um, the fact that it was going to move up, and I had, like, say, 99% conviction that it was going to happen. So without being too long-winded about it, okay, sometimes being too convinced of a position is not a good thing, but there's also the point of view where you should only take trades when you know you're going to make money. So I was happy about the fact that I identified a situation, in my own mind at least, where I felt there was a 99 or 100% chance that the stock was going to go up. And I was right, and I think this is where being a trader and being a gambler can be differentiated. So because the Binance platform was new to me, I still wasn't familiar with the platform, so even if I wanted to take funds out here, I would have had to try and figure it out, and it ended up where now I had to migrate a number to another account, because I opened up an account with my other number, or sorry, with my telephone number twice. So basically I'm actually locked out for 24 hours, so I cannot withdraw funds for about another day in any case. But I guess the reason why I want to talk about this is I feel like it's useful for anyone listening, and because I was just thinking about it, and if I had taken a huge position, say a $5,000 dollar position or whatever, if I had that funds, say if I did have that to spare, I would have put that down on Dogecoin, just as a cross 50, because I was very sure it was going to at least go to 60 plus. When it rejected here at 70 and it came back down to, this was my entry point again, and then back up towards 70, I should and hopefully would be smart enough to take at least 50% of my position off, because I'm not interested in the stock going to $1. I'm interested in playing a predictable hype and just getting out and treating it as a trade and not an investment. So my view is on Doge would be to maybe have two different type of positions on it. Okay, just put 200 on it and just leave it there. But then if your other position would be to make money from it in the short term. So I'm happy at the fact that I identified the opportunity, and I'm not happy with the fact that I held it into the Saturday Night Live and this happened, and it came actually, and I was in the red, and I was just holding and hoping for something in Saturday night, even though everyone was saying I was probably gonna just be a sell the news event. So I'm kind of cutting myself a bit of slack at the same time, because I was at work, and there's a good chance if I didn't have work, I don't know what day it was, Friday, I would have figured out how to withdraw funds and being able to take profits. So that's all I got to say really on Dogecoin. I don't care where it goes. but I'm actually still holding my full position. It's at 49 there, so I'm down on my position as it stands. It's alright, so it's come from 20. It's made that breakout, which was for me the signal that that's a very nice looking breakout setup. It's now tested the breakout level, which at least is something positive, because it has bounced back and recovered from it. Not too keen on this now. I wouldn't like it to come down below 45, but I wouldn't be surprised if this is maybe the end of that for at least now. But what could happen is it levels off here and starts to just go sideways for a few weeks or months above this kind of resistance and support level, which would be at least nice. And then if that was the case, I would hold it, and if it was going to be another breakout setup, I would play the breakout then of that. But it's just a sideshow. This crypto thing is new enough to me. I think it's like there's so many different cryptocurrencies. It's like a casino. And Dogecoin, everyone knows is a joke, but look, I played the breakout for a spike. The smartest thing to do is just to take your profits before the Saturday Night Live, because if you're holding it into Saturday Night Live, and where everyone's saying, oh, Dogecoin's fate is hinging on Saturday Night Live, well then you're just gambling, and that's the part of me now that kind of reinforced in my own mind that be a trader, don't be a gambler. Just trade a predictable piece of the move, and get out and just wait for it to set up again and just move on to the next. So that's pretty much it there. It's very satisfying when you identify a trade and you're proven right and you take your profit and then it starts to come back down. It's very unsatisfying when you take a trade with the intention to take some profits, you don't take it and you hold for more, and then it comes back down and you break even or underwater, and you're just holding and waiting for something to happen, and it's mental capital. If I had have bought and sold here and it went higher, I'd be a bit pissed with myself for not just holding for the move to $1. So it's one of those situations where you have to go in and say, I'm happy to just take it from 50 to 65, and I'm very pleased with that. That's a nice percentage. What's that, 30%? I mean, what more can you ask for as a trader than a move like that? So work gets in the way sometimes. It's affecting a lot of people in the market, where people are buying and they're at work, they're not watching the market, and they can't react, and they see something going against them, but they're not in a position to immediately cut because they're at work or they're doing whatever. And there's a large proportion of people involved in these cryptocurrencies and even the normal stocks who are in that kind of situation, and it's up to the professional traders to not be one of them. I have to massage my schedule, and that's something that Sykes talks about, is to massage your schedule where you prioritize trading, and I'm doing that to the best of my ability, I guess. So I'm going to move on to GGI. So this had another breakout day. It ran up. I traded it here for 250 per trade profit, and I took a loss on this day, as I discussed the last day. This day is, I don't know if that's a real print or not, where it tanked there briefly, on this morning here, so I don't know what the story is with that, but it's was trending sideways for a few days, and then I had this gap up and closed strong. So I mean, if I'm to identify a place here for a buy, it would be, sorry, it would be 36, 37, the break of 36, 37. So, okay, so it does break and holds a high level. So the break in the morning high, and then it's let's see what line I draw here. Something like, you could draw a line there maybe, or you could draw it here. In any case, it's trending upwards, and closes strong. So I would take a position in here on this high day break. It's holding it, maybe here. To have the patience to watch it and be patient, and then get in along here somewhere, and then potentially add a bit in here, and sell some into the close and hold some for the next day. So see what happens today with GGII. Just want to check and see if there was anything. No, I don't think there's anything newsworthy. And GBSI consultancy, so like this one is done, but like looking at GGII, what's to say that GGII is still hanging up there? So GBSI can have one of those macro days, so it's just worth having it on watch. Still don't have my broker open yet for trading these. Still waiting for verification. But like, what's that all about there? I don't know. Honestly, don't know. So I don't know what caused that. But oh, there's nothing there. EPSR. I mean, it's down big from its peak. What is this? So it did go on a huge 2-day run and a 2 huge green days and 2 huge red days. It bounces and reverses back to where it came from. QNTA, there's some news coming out on the 13th of May regarding this. FDA news on 13th of May regarding an IND investigation on a new drug for treating cancer by combining with chemotherapy. So it's worth keeping an eye on. I had this huge green day a few days ago, like huge, like so, but it's giving it all back. Doesn't mean that there mightn't be some action on the 13th of May. So that's on Thursday. So what we'll be doing is, obviously setting an alert on these stocks when they get to a certain level. I don't know what level I would say maybe 14, or maybe even if it gets over 12, just start watching it. WTII. 10 days. So WTII, huge gap up that day, yeah. The huge gap up day ended up being the top day, it just gapped up too much really. And I just started giving back everything after that. But breakout here. So when these OTC stocks do have breakout days, sometimes they can be quite big green days, which is good to know. Like, there's huge percentage potential, 100% or more. The intraday action here is, it's for me. I am not really able to identify anything to trade there. But I guess if you just bear in mind that's had this huge spike, and this can just come back and trickle away. Maybe some bounces. 33 down to, what's that, 27. Yeah, maybe room for a bit of profit bounce maybe. But there's dip buy opportunities here. Failed morning spike, dip buy. I tried it here. With default, so lost 45. I always do a delayed bounce later. So I was in here, not ideal entry, hoping for a move up. Didn't happen. Well, it did happen, but I didn't hold. I got stopped out. I stopped myself out, unfortunately. Now there was a few ones on the move. ELRA. So I have my screeners divided into categories. Categories are gainers $2 to $15, then sub penny between 0.001 and 0.01, sub dime 0.1 to 10 cent, and dime $2, 10 pence to 2. So this particular one here is in the sub penny category with 0.001 to 0.01, and I have 6 matches at the moment. Um, Let me have a look at this. So TMGI, I'll just get on the daily chart. So that's nice, by the way, on LRA. So obviously, here's the breakout. It breaks out and it holds. Okay, it doesn't. It closes under the breakout level. 5 days, so the 25. So here's this mad move, and then it holds up. I guess when you're looking long, you know it's broken out on a multi-day, so why not here? You know, but you could be trying to get in here. You could be stopped out maybe 23, 26. Up, up, up. It's tricky, but you can maybe move there or move to there. So what's that? 27 to 35. That's good. And it goes higher. It's holding VWAP there, kind of. So yeah, RHE is one to watch. Don't know why it's up. Yeah, RHE. RHE Resources. I think the OTC Markets is their website for it. Oh, tired. Yeah. Hello, I want to check me Doge. Who cares about Dogecoin? So OTC ELRA. Whoa, warning. What's gaming? E-commerce. Is there any news? There is note to see about it. It's just broke out, right? Anyway, you can also check Twitter. Okay. Due diligence. Same directors as GM, GI. esports. So I'm writing it's just about getting familiar with this esports. GMGI, I have not even looked at GMGI yet. GMGI. Okay. That is actually interesting. So that's OTC. That is interesting. Look at this. Breakout day. I'm so annoyed. I'm missing breakouts here, left, right, and center. Oh my god. You know what I mean? Holy god. And this is holding up for another move. Very interesting. So ELRA GMGI. That's definitely one to watch as well. No volume really. So how can you trade it? No, you can't, but at the same time, there's probably a bit of volume on the breakout day. No. So that's just a low volume, so you can't really do much with that. But SEK. What else have we got going on? SEK has gone on a run. It went on a second run. Now it's doing whatever. TONR. That's nice. TONR as well. Let's see what's going on with this one. So this is the process of a stock markets trader. If you haven't fallen asleep yet or gone away, then maybe you are insane like the rest of us stock traders, and it is your calling in life. TONR. Honor One World Holdings. News. Yeah, may not be making whatever available. Alright, I don't. It's moving. Anyway, it's on the move. No apparent news. Breakout. So, what do you do? What do you say? Volume isn't good. You can't trade it. As much as it's broken out, you can't really trade it. Well, off size in any case. MSPC. It's not doing anything at the moment. RHETC. So I mean, that was just up and down. Difficult to trade it. So getting back to it, GGII is for me continuation today. Nice upward trend. Now it is due a pullback here at some point. But I think it could spike up towards 50 before a pullback. Something like that, perhaps. A few Nasdaqs. RHE, which had a nice squeeze. So the RHE daily chart is looks like this. So it's got plenty of volume. It's a very low flow, similar to BTX. So if you remember BTX from previous week, squeezed massively up to 80, and it's coming back down now on 4 red days. But short sellers got caught out on BTX on multiple occasions. They love pain, and they're very stupid. Because I know how short sellers think. I do short sell as well, but short selling low floats, high volume, float rotator is dangerous and too risky. And this has been squeezing people, I guess. Let's see. So I probably had short sellers in here. They get smashed very quickly here. Crazy, and the stock just stays going. Huge energy in it. So I suppose signs of the bottom are when it has a tight range and low volume. And the signs of the reversal are the increase in volume and increase in range. So I think here is a great entry point because it's a bounce. In the eyes of short seller, this is a bounce and a pullback. It seems like it's finished, and lots of short sellers will get in here in this area, hoping for a move back down. And then when it doesn't do that, there's a short squeeze. So you can get in here and take advantage of that. And you can do the same up here. And when people think the 20 is the top and it breaks 20, then you can play for the move to 30. That move is insane. 10 to 30 is like, so 3 times. So there it is. It's very hard to short sell these, you know, because you think, oh, here's the top. No, here's the top. Oh no, maybe it's here. You know, eventually you're right at some point, but it's just too difficult to mess with it because of the explosive upside potential. So for me, playing these, I would play it with relatively small size to the long side on the breakouts, because it's just too volatile in both directions and to play with any significant size. But they're definitely great plays to play if you can get in at the right times. So then it's had a little bounce there now. Don't know what can happen next. I think it's gonna be finished with. So CP had this rare green day as well as spike and fail. Huge spike and fail. Give it all back. Let's just It was on some news regarding coronavirus or something. Probably a chat room pump or something. Dip and rip. And that's just pain there. For anyone who's long and got in here, it's pain. So, note to self, don't be getting in long in this zone here. And certainly this zone here. It's just gone too far. So I'll take a break. My voice is not great today. I'm really tired. COCP. GTI. Did I look at that one? Look at this. Steady, slow and steady wins the race here. Really nice. Tetra Technologies. I mean, this is a breakout. It's still early enough. Could be higher. Might like to play this one for continuation. Multi-day breakout. It's probably a bit away from it now, but it's uptrending. It's the New York Stock Exchange. Ticker. See what the news is on it. See who's babbling about it on Twitter. Let's see. TTII. Is it TTI or TTII? TTI. TT. GF line. Guru focus value. Yeah, whatever. Don't care. Play the technicals. It was a good twist episode. Trading small accounts. Leader. Very good. And episode 163. This is a very good episode as well. That's me done. Thanks.